clicked a little bit more that loss to Indiana. I know tonight the ball movement was really good, the off-ball movement was really good, but Coach also kind of mentioned last week, I think, that he felt things were starting to click after Indiana.
Yeah, I mean, like we said earlier, we felt like we took a baby step out in Indiana. Obviously, everyone knows we led for like 31 minutes and kind of let the game slip away, but we took a lot of positive things away from that game and tried to implement those things into this game tonight and just kind of get back to doing what we're doing, and that's grinding out W's.
Yeah. After the Indiana game, we felt like we were locked in throughout the whole game, and then coming back, we've had 3 practices before we came out tonight, and we felt locked in those practices, so we knew when we came out here, if we did the same stuff that we've been doing recently, that things would go well for us.
Yeah, for both of you, just kind of this slow start, how important has it been to remember to just stay true to what your games are, what you guys do well individually?
I mean, obviously as a senior, I kind of know how it goes, and we got a tough non-conference schedule and whatnot, but you just got to stay focused on the main goal, and that goal is each game at a time. So whatever game's in front of us, you just got to be focused on that. Can't look too far ahead, can't dwell on the past, and once we kind of let everything go and focus on that game, I think we'll be good.
Yeah, coming in as a freshman, I haven't obviously had a season here yet, but I mean, I have 100% trust in my teammates, 100% trust in my coach and stuff, so I know what they know works and stuff, so I've just been buying into that and sticking with it because I know eventually things are going to start going our way.
With some leads being lost in the last couple games, there were a couple times tonight where you built that lead and it looked like they could come back to it, but you stopped it right away. What'd you do tonight that you didn't do those other games?
Felt like we just locked in more on the defensive end. Some of those other games where we had the lead and let it go, when we go back and watch the film, we see there's a lot of lapses on the defensive end, a lot of simple mistakes that kind of build up, and then next thing you know, they're on a 10-0 run. So when they were kind of going on a run late, we knew we needed to get 1 stop at a time, and we kind of got a slogan: if we get 3 stops in a row, good things will happen. So that was just our main focus, was locking in on the defensive end.
Were you surprised to be left open on the threes that much?
I mean, I wasn't surprised. Teams are gonna try to switch up the coverages. You know, they're gonna play off because they know I could drive well. But my teammates trust me, my coaching staff trusts me. I just gotta shoot it with confidence and knock down the shots.
They were kind of staying in the game at the half based on shooting. I think they were probably 40 or something like that % from 3. Did you guys have any conversation that was like letting them make those kind of, if they're gonna stay in the game that way, they can?
We know our principles from the start. Our coaches do a great job showing us a scout and having a way to play. So we all knew our matchups and knew what we needed to do. If a couple of guys that we didn't expect to make threes made threes, we weren't going to change our game plan. We're going to stick with it and trust it.
Throughout the first 30 minutes of the game, Caleb, you were 3 for 3 from 3 and 5 for 5 overall. At what point did you realize that this is going to be your night and you felt it?
I mean, from the start, like, my guys have a big amount of trust in me, and I know that coach trusts me. So I was playing within the system. The ball's reversing. If I'm open, then I feel comfortable enough to shoot it. So as soon as a few of them started dropping, it felt good. But then I knew that they were going to hot close me. So again, I used that to get by them a couple of times and get some other guys some shots.
Go ahead.
You guys only have one game in the next 18 days or something like that. What are you going to do during that break so you can go into the games afterward?
We're just going to get back to doing us on the practice floor, which is kind of where you build your habits. And coach always stresses what you do in practice is what you'll do in the game. So we got to have whatever it is, 15 or 16 practices in between that. We got to have 15 or 16 really good practices going into the next game after that. So we'll lock in on each day in practice and then go from there.
You talk about the 1-6 start and how that affected you, what you were thinking.
Obviously, you don't want to start 1-6, but when that happens, you just got to stay focused. Like I said earlier, you can't really dwell on the past. You just got to let those games go and know that if you stick to what you're doing, everything will fall in place. And at the end of the day, yeah, we want to win out our non-conference, but if we start to get things clicking going into conference, that's always best. So we just got to figure things out by the time conference hits, and we'll be all right.
And TJ, can you walk me through the play? There were a lot of great plays tonight. But there's one in particular. There was a great hustle play where you kind of lost the ball in the backcourt there, fell on the ground. I forget if you tripped or whatever. And then you got back up and you were able to stop the guy from getting the layup. What's going through your head right there? Why? that keeps you from giving up as soon as you're on the ground there?
Our assistant coach, Coach Vogt, he always talks about second and third efforts. And there's going to be times where you might slip, you might turn it over, but you can't drop your head about it. You got to get up and make the next play. And I slipped or whatever happened, he got a hand on the ball. I can't dwell on that. I got to get up and make a play and try to help my team, and that's what I did.